Hey everyone, it's Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, I'm so sorry. I know it's been a while since I've been doing these readings. And the reason I'm on camera today is because I wanted to spend a little time just checking in and letting you know what's been happening for me. And letting you know perhaps how it might change the nature of this channel. I've been going through a really deep transformative period for the last, I would say the last 3 months. And I can feel a transformation happening almost like to me rather than, it almost feels like I'm being taken along this journey of transformation. I'm not really in control of it. So I wanted to share that because as I change, I think the vibration of the channel may change. My readings style might change. And, for those of you who've been on this journey with me for the last year or so, year and a half, I just wanted to let you know that it's still going to be a channel that's dedicated to folks who are on a spiritual journey and who know they're on a spiritual journey and who are wanting guidance on how to walk their journey in a good way. That's not going to change. I think what I'm feeling changing is my internal, I don't know I forget the name that they're called, but the sort of the pegs that I rest my being upon. My internal points of balance and of reference are changing a bit. And so that means the vibrations that I channel might, because I'm the instrument through which these messages come to you, if I'm changing, then the vibrational messages may change as well. And I just wanted to let you know that there was a really intense moon, October 19th, which affected me quite deeply, the new moon. And it's sort of been, for the last 10 days or so, a pretty chaotic time for me. And I wanted to just share that so that those of you who are also in a chaotic space in your lives where one part of your life might be ending, one aspect of your life might be ending, and a whole other new thing might be coming in, that in-between time can be really chaotic and really unsteady and really unpredictable. So I'm sending you a lot of love because I know how that feels. And everyone's different and everyone handles it differently. But as a sensitive person, it can be more of a challenge, for example, to do your day-to-day life when that thing is happening to you, right? So giving you strength for your journey. I hope you enjoy these November readings. I'm going to start with the month of Scorpio, with the sign of Scorpio, because we are in Scorpio season, and then I'll work around the zodiac wheel until we get to the sign of Libra. And I hope these are still useful to you, and that they bring good energy and high vibrations to you, and good advice. Okay, thank you. I'll see you soon. Hello Aries, how are you? This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot, and this is your November 2017 tarot reading. For love and spirituality. I want to welcome all the returning viewers. I know it's been a couple months since I've seen you, Aries, on this channel. I do want to say that in case you didn't listen to the intro, I do want to share that I am in the midst of a really deep personal transformation. And so because of that, the vibration and the energy of these readings that I do may be shifting slightly. Not the content. This channel is still for folks who are on a spiritual journey and who know they're on a spiritual journey and who are, looking for guidance to walk their path in a good way. But I'm just noticing that there's some shifts in the energies as I read the cards. So I'm letting you know that. Hopefully you'll still get the messages that you need here, but maybe the vibration of the channel is shifting. I don't know. Anyway, all that being said, let me start my prayer so we can get to your reading. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for Aries understanding. May all of Aries' intentions be heard and answered. And I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. Please show us the messages and energies for love and spirituality for the sign of Aries in the month of November 2017. What are the messages, energies, and spiritual guidance for Aries for November 2017 in their love and spiritual lives? Aries, November 2017. Please show us. Aries, November 2017. Seems like there's a message from all three piles for you. I think this one is the strongest one, though. Take one more pass. Yeah, that was the strongest. Okay, let me just tune into the cards, see what spread is wanting to come through for you. Okay, they want me to do a T spread. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go with it. Hang on. 4 cards on top, 2 on the bottom. Okay. All right, so the first card up, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The second card up is the 8 of Pentacles. The next card up is the 10 of Swords, also in reverse. And the last card for the top of the T, beautiful, is the Empress. And then do they want me to? Yes, they do. You've got the Queen of Swords. And then the bottom, wow, the Knight of Swords. Okay, what's going on for you, Aries? You've got 2 Knights. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's an element where you felt like, sorry about that, you felt like you were out in the cold. Someone was putting you out in the cold, and that energy is now dissipating. You're no longer feeling that way. Hang on one quick second. I just have to make sure that that phone is off. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just make sure you can see your cards. I'll move that down here. All right, so here's the T. Knight of Pentacles. First card up. This is the card that sort of like the past energy from October moving into November. You've got Knight of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. He's the slowest moving knight. He keeps making progress, but sometimes the progress is slow. In fact, the progress is always slow with the Knight of Pentacles because he's a farmer and he has to work with the land, the cycles of nature, and you really can't rush nature. You know, the seedling will grow when it's time to grow and crack its shell when it's time to crack its shell. You just got to keep watering and nurturing those seeds, right? In reverse, it's telling me that there's a little bit of impatience happening for you in this end of October, beginning of November. Or maybe you're at a standstill, meaning instead of progressing slowly forward, you're actually standing still. Let me just try and get some clear insight on it. Yeah, I'm getting that you're standing still. You're kind of like surveying the farm and kind of going, okay, what progress am I making? How am I making progress? Which is interesting because then the second card of the month, as the month progresses, is this Eight of Pentacles. So when I look at this card, I see, the first thing I see is the bird. There's the figure that on the chair that is studying with the book open, but I saw the bird. So there's this side of you that is kind of like getting a bird's eye view of your scenario, and you're working hard, you're studying. The Eight of Pentacles is the energy of the apprentice, right? So you're studying and you're working hard, and you're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to become you're the apprentice learning how to become the master, and you're taking a bird's eye view over your progress, which makes sense with the Knight of Pentacles being at a standstill. You're kind of stepping back and looking, and as the bird flies overhead, you're kind of looking to see, okay, how are my crops growing? How are these projects moving along? How am I growing? I feel this is a very internal growth that you might be going through. Now, there's this Ten of Swords that comes right after the Eight of Pentacles. Let me just tune into this card. I think as you, the bird, gazes along the fields, bear with the metaphor, it's what's coming, you're going to see that there are certain things that need to be put to rest, and certain things that are just dead and done and over with, and that's okay. So if you look at the card upright, here's the figure, and all 10 swords are in his back, and it's the end of a cycle. Yeah, and maybe in the upside down, the cycle is over. You see that it's over, and it's time really to lay it to rest, to walk away and just know, well, that was a part of my life. It's no longer a part of my life. I learned from it. It was a cycle, but it almost feels like this is something from the very distant past, like years and years and years ago, that you kind of have still sort of been holding on to the hurts from, and now it's really time to let even those hurts go. You're in a new place. You're in a new place, and here's where you are. Yeah, the end of November, you're the Empress. Very much in your power as the feminine. And even if you're a man in the world, your feminine energy may be coming up really strong for you in the month of November. So your feeling body, your emotional body, your sensuality, the more feminine qualities of being human might be something that you're ready to accept in and to really deepen your experience of, whether you're a man or a woman. And that's beautiful, because what it feels to me like there was a situation in your life that just caused you pain. Either you couldn't be yourself fully, or you weren't allowed to be yourself fully. It really took a lot out of you, a pain. It was painful. And here you are, you're kind of like, I'm done with that cycle. Here I am. This is where I'm at now. She's very fertile. She's very generous. She's very warm. She's also a ruler in her own right, but she rules with kindness and with compassion and with capacity, right? So good for you. This is where you're ending the month. In November is the Empress, fertility, beauty, love. It gives me a really good feeling to see you progress through that. Now the bottom two cards are very interesting. Let me just tune into why they had me pull them. Okay, what I'm hearing is these are things to watch out for this month. Okay, so the first thing to watch out for is this energy of the Queen of Swords. Now, why does Aries need to watch out for this? Be wary of your sharp tongue, is what I'm hearing. You have a very strong intellect, meaning logical mind. use your words wisely, use them temperately, use them with balance, because if you're not careful, the Queen of Wands can turn into this energy in reverse, the Knight of Swords. Sorry, the Queen of Swords can turn into the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, this is someone who is charging into battle, and they're kind of like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to fight you on that. And upside down, he doesn't care what the cost is. Okay? So I'm getting that there's this energy in November where you might end up using your words in a really unbalanced way, and it might end up costing you. You might, you're here now. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to go. Self-acceptance, nurturing, fertility, earthiness, wisdom, sensuality, femininity. That's where you want to go. And whether you're a man or a woman, sitting in your throne, ruling. And what happens with the Queen of Swords sometimes, when you come from pure intellect without regard for how it affects others, you could end up being really argumentative and damaging. And then you're going to, instead of feeling this card where you're self-accepting, you might end up feeling this card where you're out in the cold and not self-accepting whatsoever. Yeah, so be careful. And then underneath that, you've got the Strength card. So stay strong. Stay strong in your feminine warmth. Even if you have to say words that are analytically critical, temper it with some warmth or humor, It all you can say the same thing, but how you say it makes a difference. And we all know that. Okay, the oracle card that wanted to come for you from the angels was the card of birth. You're ready to give birth to this new reality. Okay, this is the new reality you're ready to give birth to. And you're ready to let go of this old, dead, and tired reality. Something old that has been with you for years, and you're just like, I'm done with it. Let's cut it out of let's just let it go, There might be some sadness associated with it, especially if it was a big chapter of your life, a big part of your life. But look at where you're at. So be happy. Step into the Empress shoes. You're ready for this birth. Okay, Aries? I think that was your reading. I don't want to go any further than that. I will see you in December. Have a lovely month of November, and take care of yourself. Take care. Namaste.